one source for local news, News Channel 3. This is Knowledge Bowl on WREG News Channel 3, a test of education where local high school students can win college scholarships. Now, here's your host, meteorologist Jim Jaggers.
Good morning and welcome to Knowledge Bowl. We are on the semifinals of this season. There are 4 teams left to compete in the finals, which comes up later on next month, I believe. But 2 of the teams that are competing for the final slot are Houston and White Station. Very closely balanced. Houston comes in having beat their last opponent in round 3 by 100 points. But Houston has the most games so far this season, played 4 games of Knowledge Bowl. White Station having a bye in the first round. From Houston High School, our Mustang captain is Ravindu Wojaratna, who is a senior, joined by Owen Johnson, who's a senior, Kai Powis Dow, who is a senior, and Kyle Jolly, who's a sophomore. They are coached by Martha Gunpool, Bradley Williamson, and Jessica Minton. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mustangs of Houston High School. Perennial winner of Knowledge Bowl is from White Station High School. Our captain is Adith Kotha, who is a senior, joined by Rishabh Sen, who's a senior, Vivian Fan, also a senior, and Jackson Slaughter, who's a junior. They're coached by Doug Inch, and they are from White Station High School, the home of the Spartans. With us, as always, is our judge and adjudicator, the man who keeps me on the sunny side of the street, our own Dr. Richard Branna, Dean Emeritus of the University of Memphis, a big sponsor of Knowledge Bowl, and also recipient of the Germantown Arts Alliance Arts and Humanities Award. What do arts and humanities have to do with you, Doctor?
Well, I was pretty active in that during my time as dean, and still am to some degree. And so they were recognizing people who had been very active and helping the arts out a lot. And
you do help the arts and humanities and communication, all sorts of causes that you have, and we appreciate that. We've got general knowledge questions. We've got extra credit questions. Students, here's your first question. Common phrase. What is the Latin phrase used at the end of sentences to mean "and the rest"? Go ahead, Adith.
Etc.
Etc. is correct. Borders. Which river forms the border between Pennsylvania and New Jersey? Go ahead, Jackson.
Delaware.
Is correct. Sad news. Known for always remaining true to herself. Which Irish singer and activist known for the hit "Nothing Compares to You" died in July of 2023? Go ahead, Owen.
O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor, you are correct. Here's an extra credit question worth 25 points on measurements. Output, the goods and services produced in the economy. Expenditure, money invested by businesses and spending by households and the government. And income, business profits, household income, and government tax take are 3 most commonly used ways to measure what? Go ahead, Jackson.
Profit.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
GDP.
GDP, gross domestic product, you're correct. Firsts, Delhi is the largest in terms of area, but what city in India is the largest by population? Go ahead, Rashid.
New Delhi.
I'm sorry?
New Delhi.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Kyle?
Mumbai.
Mumbai is what we were looking for. Which state, which Green Mountain state is known, yes, go ahead, Owen.
Vermont.
For its maple syrups and great for skiing. Name the country. The haka is a ceremonial dance. Go ahead, Vivian.
New Zealand.
Is performed by national sports team of New Zealand. We're located in the southern hemisphere. You are correct. Remembrance and honor. On April 15th of each year, all Major League Baseball players and coaches wear the number 42. Go ahead, Jackson.
Jackie Robinson.
To honor which former player? Jackie Robinson, who forever changed the game and the nation. You're correct. Hastings is the next topic. The Battle of Hastings was fought on October 14th of what year? Jackson?
1066.
You are correct. An extra credit follow-up question to the question we just asked worth 25 points. Name the 2 belligerents that fought the Battle of Hastings. Go ahead, Owen.
The Normans and the Anglo-Saxons.
No.
No, we're going to turn it over to White Station. Go ahead, Jackson.
The Anglo-Saxons and the Normans.
The answer that we have that we were looking for is Duchy of Normandy in the Kingdom of England, King Harold Goswin. Southeast Asian country. In which country? The only one in Southeast Asia that was never colonized. Go ahead, Robbie.
Thailand?
No, we can finish the question now for White Station. Vivian, I've got to give you the whole question now. Never colonized by a European power. Would you find the World Heritage Site of the ancient city of Bagan, which with thousands of temples? Go ahead, Vivian.
Laos?
I'm sorry?
Laos?
No, actually, Myanmar or Burma. Periodic table. Which element is known as the lightest metal? Yeah, Audith?
Calcium?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Kyle.
Hydrogen?
Actually, lithium is the lightest metal. Resounding reverberation. What is the phenomena where an object reverberates at its natural frequency? Go ahead, Risham.
Resonance?
When exposed to external vibrations. You are correct, resonance. Encouraging songs. Me, Myself, and I was a song of encouragement to herself and other women on the 2003 debut album, Dangerously in Love, by what music superstar? Go ahead, Ursa.
Lady Gaga.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
Taylor Swift?
Actually, Beyonce Knowles. Composer Maurice Ravel is associated with the French Impressionist movement in which fine art? Go ahead, Audith.
Composing?
Doctor?
Yeah, we'll take that.
We'll take that. Music is what we were looking for, but composing is certainly what he did. Descriptive word. What word with a suffix meaning voice can refer to either a nation that has French as its official language? Go ahead, Jackson.
Francophone.
Or a person who speaks French. Francophone is correct. Prefix definition. What does the prefix thermo mean? Audith.
Temperature?
Doctor? We'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Kyle.
Heat?
Heat or hot, yes, that's correct. Guernica. Picasso's iconic Guernica was created to depict the horror of what? Go ahead, Owen.
The Spanish Civil War?
We'll take that. War is all you needed, but you provided us a few extra pieces of information. Keep up the momentum. Under the law of conservation of momentum, total momentum remains constant in what kind of... Yes, Audith?
Elastic collisions?
No, we're going to turn the question and finish it for Houston. Remains constant in what kind of system? Go ahead, Kai.
Closed system?
Closed system is what we were looking for. Extra credit question, 25 points. Very different meaning. This is a 3-sentence question. Some species of animals and plants do not fossilize as well as others and are found far less or not at all. Although not intentional, this shares a word that means to have an unfair, prejudiced view for or against someone or something. In paleontology, this is called the fossil record what? Audith.
Bigot?
I'm sorry?
Bigot?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Kai.
Bias?
Bias is the correct answer, yes. Musical symbolism, 2-sentence question. We'll have to hold that for another part of this Knowledge Bowl this morning because up next is the pop quiz.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, a message from Le Bonheur's President and Surgeon-in-Chief, James W. Eubanks.
At Le Bonheur, we want to see kids do well in all parts of their lives, especially school and academics. That's why we are the proud sponsors of WREG's Knowledge Bowl. Good luck to all of you.
Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is once again proud to be a sponsor of News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
We're on to part of Knowledge Bowl that gets a quick 100 points in 60 seconds if the teams answer each and every question correctly with one pass on each question. Audith, you guys are really in a good position. We've adjusted the score to an error that we had made, but we have your choice now, since you are not in the lead, of either governors or U.S. senators. We would name a state. You would either tell me the governor of that state, or you would tell me the state of which the senator is representative of. What would you prefer?
We'll take U.S. senators.
U.S. senators, that sounds fine. So example, I would say Marshall Blackburn, you would say Tennessee. We've got 10 senators, 10 states to identify, 10 points each, 100 points in 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, we are.
All right. Mitch McConnell.
Kentucky.
Marco Rubio.
Florida.
John Ossoff.
Georgia.
Tim Scott.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Elizabeth Warren.
Massachusetts.
Tom Cotton.
Arkansas.
Ted Cruz.
Texas.
Cory Booker.
New Jersey.
Mitt Romney.
Utah.
Bernie Sanders.
Vermont.
You've gotten yourself 100 points in 60 seconds. Congratulations. Ravi, we're over to you and the Mustangs. You are left with governors. Name the state the following people are governor of. I would say, Bill Lee, you would say Tennessee. We've got 10 people, 10 states, 10 points each, 100 points in 60 seconds. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Good. Greg Abbott.
Texas.
Gavin Newsom.
California.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Arkansas.
Katie Hobbs.
Pass.
Tate Reeves.
Mississippi.
Andy Bashir.
Kentucky.
Kay Ivey.
Alabama.
Brian Kemp.
Georgia.
Jim Pillen.
Skip.
Kathy Hochul. Or Hochul.
Pass.
We're back to Katie Hobbs. You must answer at this point, Ravi.
Colorado.
Actually, Arizona, but you did get, I believe, 70 points, which is a pretty good score coming out of the pop quiz. We get a chance to meet our teams now. Normally, I ask them questions about their hobbies or their accomplishments. This morning is going to be a little bit different with our captain, Ravindu Wojaratna, who is a senior. I was wondering if you could tell me what the toughest part of Knowledge Bowl is for you guys, Ravi?
It's really difficult to get the team like morale. It's always hard to keep everyone motivated and excited.
I bet it is, yeah. Okay, Owen Johnson is a senior. Owen, tell me, what's it like being on TV? Are you a super celebrity now at Houston High School?
Not at the high school, but
Not
you know.
exactly. Okay. Welcome to the world of television weather. Kai Powis Dow is a senior. Tell you, how do you guys prepare for the final exam? That's all current events. Kai, how do you do that?
Like New York Times quizzes, like news.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. Kyle Jolly is a sophomore. What's the worst part, Kyle, of Knowledge Bowl? What's the toughest part?
Sports.
Sports, yeah, that's tough, even for me, and especially for me. Ethan Assad is our alternate. He is also a senior. Tell me, what's your favorite part, Ethan, of Knowledge Bowl?
My favorite part is learning new things that you didn't know already, especially the current events. It's good to keep up.
Excellent. Martha Gunpool, Bradley Williamson, and Jessica Minton are our school coordinators, and Mrs. Hallie Ross is our principal, ladies and gentlemen, the Mustangs of Houston High School. From White Station High School, our Spartan captain is Audith Kotha, who is a senior. Tell me, Audith, how do you guys pick your captain? How do you guys figure out who's going to be the leader?
So like the captain from the previous year usually selects who the captain's going to be.
All right. Rishabh Sen is a senior. Tell me, Rishabh, what do your family, what do your parents think about your appearances on Knowledge Bowl?
They're really supportive and they like watching me on TV.
I bet they do. Vivian Fan. Vivian, do you participate? Do you either you or your team participate in other Knowledge Bowl type competitions?
Yeah, we're part of, or we do a lot of Quiz Bowl, NAQT stuff.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Jackson Slaughter is a junior. Jackson, what has Knowledge Bowl taught you?
Yeah, like somebody said earlier, I think like current events, like that was one thing before I did this that I wasn't that good at, but now I think I'm a lot better at it.
Okay, excellent. Our alternate is Edison Webb, who's also a senior. Edison, tell me, what's the worst part of Knowledge Bowl for you? What's the toughest part?
Just putting in current events to that current event document.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely.
It's awful.
Our school coordinator is Doug Inch, and our principal is Carrie Holland. Ladies and gentlemen, the Spartans of White Station High School. We'll be back with more Knowledge Bowl right after this.
Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Peggy Vieser.
For over 15 years, the Assisi Foundation of Memphis is proud to sponsor a local program preparing tomorrow's leaders. We support the achievement of some of our community's brightest students. Knowledge Bowl offers recognition for public and private schools in our Mid-South area and rewards academic excellence for over 100 students. Keep up the good work and good luck to all.
The Assisi Foundation of Memphis is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Dr. Bill Hardgrave, president of the University of Memphis.
As one of 2 flagship public universities in the state of Tennessee, the University of Memphis congratulates this year's Knowledge Bowl participants. We are home to the Helen Hardin Honors College, the largest honors program in Tennessee, which attracts some of the brightest minds from Memphis and beyond. We celebrate this year's players and commend your academic excellence. Well done.
The University of Memphis is proud to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. Thanks for watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years.
Well, students, your next question in this semifinal is the Taj Mahal. In what city of India? Go ahead, Kyle.
Agra.
Agra is the Taj Mahal located. You are correct. Measuring the ocean, a 2-sentence question. The pelagic zone divides the ocean into 5 sections of varying pressures, temperatures, and life forms. These zones are divided by what measure of the ocean waters? Yes, Audith?
Depth.
You are correct. Hit pop songs. In her 2011 song, We Found Love, where did singer Rihanna say she found love? Yes, Jackson?
In a hard place?
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Kyle.
In a hopeless place?
It was a very hopeless place, wasn't it? Type of work. What is the term for a composition for a solo instrument originally created as a technical exercise? Yes, go ahead, Autumn.
Etude.
Etude is correct, and then popularized in the works such as by composers such as Chopin. You are correct. Word use is the next topic. What German word for fear has become a word for fear? Yes, go ahead, Owen.
Angst.
And anxiety in English. Angst is correct. The durian fruit smells awful, tastes delicious, and botanically has the largest number of what ripened ovules? Yes, Rishab.
Seeds.
Seeds, correct. Capitals. What's the capital of Sudan? Go ahead, Jackson.
Khartoum.
Khartoum is correct. Tech terms. What do they call the patches that come out to fix known issues or improve current programs? And yes, go ahead, Rada.
Updates.
Operating system updates is what we were looking for. Here's an extra credit question, a follow-up to that last question. Worth 25 points. Tech terms. What is the tech term for errors found in coding? Go ahead, Ravi.
Bugs.
Of computer programs that would cause software developers to deploy updates. Bugs is exactly what we were looking for. Treating disorders. What is the name of the technology that uses CRISPR to treat? Yes, go ahead, Autumn.
Gene editing.
Doctor?
No.
We're going to finish the question now for Houston. Uses CRISPR to treat genetic disorders. Go ahead, Ravi.
Gene therapy.
Is what we were looking for. Where spoken, Khoes, a Bantu language, is an official language of Zimbabwe, and which nation to the southwest of Zimbabwe? Go ahead, Kyle.
Botswana.
No, we'll turn it over to White Station. Go ahead, Jackson.
Zambia.
Actually, South Africa. Useful knowledge. What is the term for the change in frequency of a wave due to the motion of the source? Go ahead, Autumn.
Doppler shift.
Doctor?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take that. Doppler effect is what we're looking for. That uses it's used in meteorology as well as physics. The Doppler effect or Doppler shift is correct. International body. Which international body headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland? Go ahead, Rashid.
The UN.
I'm sorry?
The UN.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston and finish the question. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, aims to promote global health and prevent outbreaks. Bobby.
The World Health Organization.
Yes, you are correct. Exploration. A primary objective of Lewis and Clark's expedition was to survey which rivers to find a passage to the Pacific. Jackson.
Missouri and Mississippi.
No, we'll turn it over to Houston. Go ahead, Robbie.
The Colorado and the Mississippi.
Actually, the Missouri and the Columbia. Glad that's over is the topic. Give the day, month, and year that World War II officially, go ahead, Jackson.
September 1st, 1939.
No, we can finish the question now for Houston, that World War II officially ended. Go ahead, Owen.
August 21st, 1945.
Actually, September 2nd, 1945. Science study. What's the study of flora called? Go ahead, Autumn.
Botany.
Yes. Making apps while available. What is the process of making a computer program available for general use? Yes, Rishab.
Making it public.
Doctor? Okay, we're going to
No.
turn it over to Houston and finish the question. Making a computer program available for use by the general public. Go ahead, Robbie.
Launch?
I'm sorry?
Launch?
No.
No, software release is what we were looking for. Not so famous myth. Who was the Greek god of the wind? Yes, Jackson.
Aeolus?
Aeolus is correct. Extra credit question, 25 points. Finance. When a company goes public, it allows for shares of the company to be, go ahead, Jackson.
IPO?
No, we can finish the question now for Houston. Allows for shares of the company to be sold by retail traders by having an IPO. What does IPO stand for? Go ahead, Robbie.
Individual property organization?
No, initial public offering is the correct answer. Big business, two-sentence question. In Afghanistan, almost 1/5 of Afghanistan's exports come from this industry that is valued at 200. Yes, go ahead, Rishab.
Oil?
No, we can finish the question for Houston that is valued at $237 million, making it its #1 export. What is it? Yes, Owen.
Mining?
Actually, grapes is the correct answer. Capacitance, two-sentence question. A certain large capacitor has a measure of 1 SI unit of electrical capacitance. What is that unit? Go ahead, Kai.
A farad?
Farad is correct. Common Latin. What commonly used Latin phrase means and others? Vivian?
Et alius.
Et al. Or et alia is correct. Modifiers, which we'll have to hold for our next semifinal of Knowledge Bowl because this one is on to the final exam.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Melanie Burrows of R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home.
Knowledge Bowl has provided nearly $5 million in scholarships to students over 35 years, and we are honored to contribute to its success. R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home has been serving the Memphis community for over 100 years, and we continue to meet the needs and expectations of our clients. We are proud to support the achievement of our community's brightest students who participate in News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, a message from Le Bonheur's President and Surgeon-in-Chief, James W. Eubanks.
At Le Bonheur, we want to see kids do well in all parts of their lives, especially school and academics. That's why we are the proud sponsors of WREG's Knowledge Bowl. Good luck to all of you.
Le Bonheur Children's Hospital is once again proud to be a sponsor of News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
We are on to our final exam, which starts with this question. Who was chosen as the most valuable player of Super Bowl? Go ahead, Risham.
Patrick Mahomes.
Of Super Bowl 58, Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. You are correct. In February 2024, what former New York congressman replaced disgraced George? Yes, go ahead, Risham.
Susie.
Yes, George Santos in the House of Representatives. Tom Susie is correct. In February 2024, who was quoted as saying he would encourage Russian President? Go ahead, Audit.
Trump.
Donald Trump is correct. He would encourage Russian President Putin to invade NATO members that did not spend enough on money on defense. What major personal activity did Usher engage in shortly? Yes, go ahead, Kyle.
Partying.
No, we're going to finish the question now for Risha, but I'm going to give you the whole question. Did Usher engage in shortly after his 2024 Super Bowl performance, Risha?
He announced the release of his album.
I'm sorry?
He announced the release of his album.
No, actually, he was married. Current events in February 2024. Why was Alexander Smirnoff in the news? Yes, go ahead, Ollie.
He lied about Biden's tax fraud.
Doctor?
No.
Okay, let's turn it over to Houston. Why was Alexander Smirnoff in the news? Go ahead, Robbie.
He testified?
No, he was the FBI informant caught lying about President Biden's business dealings on February 16, 2024, who made headlines by saying he was not running for the presidency. Go ahead, Owen.
Joe Manchin.
That's correct, Senator Joe Manchin. In February 2024, for what action during the Super Bowl game did Travis Kelce later? Yes, go ahead, Robbie.
Yelling at his coach.
Yeah.
We'll take that. He later apologized for it, but he did run into his coach and yell at him. In February 2024, for the first time, researchers announced that they had discovered evidence of what on an asteroid? Go ahead, Robbie.
Life.
I'm sorry?
Life.
No, we'll turn it over to White Station. Go ahead, Arishab.
An atmosphere?
Actually, water. Throughout much of February, Gaza ceasefire talks were taking place in what city? Go ahead, Arishab.
Rafah?
No, we'll turn it over to you. Go ahead, Owen.
Cairo.
Is correct. Fannie T. Willis, the attorney in the Trump election fraud case, is district attorney for what county? Go ahead, Jackson.
Fulton?
In Georgia, Fulton County is correct. In February 2024, Kathleen Hicks was temporarily in charge of what? Yes, Audit.
The Department of Defense?
Yes, what federal department? Defense. She's the deputy secretary and took over when Secretary Austin entered the hospital again. Name the Grammy Award-winning artist who in mid-February was named Billboard's 2024 Woman of the Year. Go ahead, Kyle.
Taylor Swift?
No, we'll turn it over to White Station. Go ahead, Vivian.
Beyonce.
Actually, Carol G. She is a Colombian singer. In mid-February 2024, it was revealed that Russian dictator Putin had plans to double the number of soldiers along the Russian border with the Baltic. Go ahead, Jackson.
Estonia?
No, we'll finish the question now for Houston. With the Baltic states and what other country? Go ahead, Kyle.
Finland?
Is correct. In February 2024, what honor was bestowed upon the late basketball legend Kobe Bryant? Go ahead, Rishabh.
He had a statue built?
Yeah.
We'll take that 19-foot statue outside the L.A. arena, which he played. Mid-February, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy was found guilty of illegal what? Go ahead, Owen.
Tax fraud?
No, we'll turn it over to White Station. Go ahead, Rishabh.
Accepting bribery?
Accepting, okay, no, a doctor's saying no. Campaign financing is correct. Prabowo Subianto, a defense, yes, go ahead, Kyle.
Indonesia?
Defense minister with a record of human rights abuses was in February 2024 elected president of Indonesia. You are correct, and that's the end of this semifinal for Knowledge Bowl. We'll be back.
For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Peggy Vieser.
For over 15 years, the Assisi Foundation of Memphis is proud to sponsor a local program preparing tomorrow's leaders. We support the achievement of some of our community's brightest students. Knowledge Bowl offers recognition for public and private schools in our Mid-South area and rewards academic excellence for over 100 students. Keep up the good work and good luck to all.
The Assisi Foundation of Memphis is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Dr. Bill Hardgrave, president of the University of Memphis.
As one of two flagship public universities in the state of Tennessee, the University of Memphis congratulates this year's Knowledge Bowl participants. We are home to the Helen Hardin Honors College, the largest honors program in Tennessee, which attracts some of the brightest minds from Memphis and beyond. We celebrate this year's players and commend your academic excellence. Well done.
The University of Memphis is proud to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
Well, all I got to say is wow. What a
great game.
A great game.
Like a semifinal should be.
Yeah, absolutely, and a season full of great games we've had. Our congratulations to Spartan. You guys did great. You never gave up. You hung in there even through the final exam. Very tough questions this year. This
nice souvenir.
A nice souvenir check for $7,500. That represents $1,500 to each and every one of you, including your alternate, for a college or university of your choice, and you certainly deserve that. Thank you very much.
But not for Doug.
Absolutely. Well, our congratulations goes on to Houston. You guys did a fantastic job. Very well prepared for the final exam and for the overall competition. We look forward to a very exciting final on Knowledge Bowl coming up in May, and you joining us then. Next week on Knowledge Bowl, we've got
it's Bartlett and Lausanne, and you'll face one of them.
And that'll be an exciting game too next week on Knowledge Bowl. So join us, won't you?
For watching News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, proudly awarding scholarships to students for over 30 years. For News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl, Melanie Burrows of R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home.
Knowledge Bowl has provided nearly $5 million in scholarships to students over 35 years, and we are honored to contribute to its success. R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home has been serving the Memphis community for over 100 years, and we continue to meet the needs and expectations of our clients. We are proud to support the achievement of our community's brightest students who participate in News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl.
R.S. Lewis & Sons Funeral Home is honored to sponsor News Channel 3's Knowledge Bowl. Weather expert Tyler Eliason, Memphis's new chief meteorologist.
When you see this symbol, you know you're watching a show that's educational and informational. CBS Weekend.